Yo, what is good YouTube and friends? You're here chilling with the real Satoshi Aoki. Goblintown has been taking the whole cryptocurrency place by storm over the last 10 days, racking in nearly 14k worth of Ethereum volume. Folks, if you don't know about Goblintown, then you are pretty much obsolete at this current time in crypto and especially NFTs. In this video, we're going to be talking about Goblintown. I'm going to be doing a bit of a deep dive review on my personal opinion about Goblintown. I'm going to be talking to you about some of the aspects that I like, and to finish off, I'm going to be talking to you about some of the potential negatives and things you do need to be aware of before considering investing. All right, so let's face facts. We are in a global economic recession right now, in my opinion. All markets are suffering, and with that, NFTs as well. Even though some of the blue chip NFTs, such as Bored Ape Yacht Club, Doodles, Mutant Apes, Azukis, they're kind of holding their value. A lot of these other NFTs are dropping, and a lot of new NFTs coming into the space are maybe getting that early pump, but are really suffering. And NFTs, to be honest as well, have just been getting quite boring, okay? Every new project that comes out now on Solana or Ethereum, all right, here's a Discord group. Oh, we're all about community first. We've got a metaverse. We got a coin coming out. We got a game coming out. Our PFP artwork is #1. It's so freaking boring, wouldn't you agree? We needed something to spice the space up and turn it on its head. And that is what Goblintown has been able to do over the last 10 days. Goblintown actually went for a 0 mint, guys, same as CryptoPunks. For those of you that don't know, CryptoPunks, one of the first NFT collections that did come out in 2017. Now you can't get a CryptoPunk for probably any less than around a few $100,000, but originally it was a free mint, meaning you didn't have to pay anything other than the gas fee for that actual NFT, and the gas fee in 2017 was probably around $4 to $5. Most new NFT collections at the moment are coming out with maybe a 0.1 mint fee, 0.2, or maybe even some as high as 0.5 to 1 Ethereum just to mint an NFT, making it very hard for the average person to get in the space, which essentially means that, well, the wealthy stay wealthy, the rich stay rich, and the poor don't have a chance to get in. So the fact that Goblintown did follow that 0 mint, the same as CryptoPunks, I reckon that's a huge positive step in the right direction, and really that is an objective example of really putting community first. Other than delivering some really nice high quality artwork, we don't really know a lot about who's behind the team at the moment. But in a mysterious way, it really does work for this project, leaving some nice little clues and breadcrumbs along the way to kind of work our way through the mystery of this project. Another really important point before I move on about the zero cost mint is the simple fact that, guys, if they're essentially selling their NFTs for nothing, that really does lower the expectations from the community on them. So essentially, they don't really have any pressure to perform for investors or anything like that. It's not like they asked investors for millions and millions of dollars and then they have to perform and stick to a specific roadmap to get stuff done and actually make money like a proper company. No, it was a free mint. People chose to just accept the NFTs for free, pay the gas fee, and it was literally the NFT and cryptocurrency community that created that increased value and volume on Opensea between themselves. Then through that, fortunately for Goblintown, they were able to take a 7.5% commission of that total volume to hopefully reinvest in the project to keep it moving forward. So an example of maybe reinvesting that money would be into this sort of McGoblin Burger situation here, which I don't know a whole lot about, but essentially I think for this week, for every goblin that you own, you will get a McGoblin Burger that, could be something like a Mutant Ape Yacht Club is to a Bored Ape Yacht Club. Again, don't take my word for that. I'm not sure at all, but something like that. A nice little juicy airdrop with some mystery involved for those early holders. And all of this really is just creating some serious discomfort, anxiety, and frustration with maybe a lot of these other projects and a lot of other people in the community. They're just getting pissed off, quite frankly, because they don't like the idea that they've just been able to come in, turn the space on its head. But for me looking in, that's always a potential good sign for an opportunity. Another really important factor is it's a coup project, meaning there are 0 copyright restrictions on this project. Now, Cryptodes is sort of like an OG collection on Opensea on the Ethereum blockchain that sort of runs by these principles as well. So you essentially can buy your crypto, for example, in the same way that you can buy your Goblintown NFT, and you have full rights to the copyright on that particular piece of NFT artwork. So this is different, for example, doodles here, okay? I own this particular doodle on the Ethereum blockchain, this collection, and I am allowed to use it in some respects, but there are certain limitations and restrictions when it does come to the IP rights and branding rights of that particular picture. Alrighty folks, hope you're enjoying the video so far. So before we do run off and check out a few more interesting statistics about Goblintown, please do take a moment to hear from the sponsor of today's video, Margex, where you don't even have to set up a KYC. Who wants to bother with KYCs these days, guys? Let's check it out. Alrighty folks, so let's take a moment to hear from Margex, the sponsor of today's video. Guys, I have been getting involved in some leverage trading with Margex, guys. You can use up to 100x leverage on Margex with ease. On average, guys, if you do want to get set up here, it does take about 5 minutes, even if you are a beginner, and it's super easy to do it. And what I will say, guys, is there will be a referral link at the top of the description of this video for Margex, guys. If you do go ahead and get signed up, guys, you'll get $50 to use as trading fees if you do actually go ahead and get signed up as a beginner. And guys, on top of that, if you deposit 0.004 BTC, that's not a lot of money at all, then you will actually get an extra $50. So essentially by signing up, guys, it's super easy. You get $100 worth of value just like that. You've also got price manipulation protection, guys, with an execution order of up to 100,000 trades per second. If you're sick of not making much money in this bear market, guys, why not check out a bit of short trading with Margex? What's really good about Margex as well is they've got actually all of these really fantastic, easy to understand tutorials, whether you're beginner, intermediate, or advanced. You can also get started with as little as $10, guys. So again, if you want to get signed up for Margex, go to the link at the top of the description of this video, use that one, get your $100. Back to the video. Alrighty folks, so this is the official goblintown.wtf website right here. I'll leave a link for it in the description, guys, right at the top if you do want to check it out. So I just love this, you know, there's really been a bit of coding, a nice bit of coding and artwork, artistry that has gone into this. Look at this little goblin on the sort of left-hand side here. It runs up the hill and down the ladder. And if we scroll down the page here, folks, family. Now, I don't know if this is just like a bit of an art representation or if these are members of the team. I'm pretty sure it's more of an art representation because I do know for a fact that these particular art pieces here are all one-of-ones. And that's something that I really love about the collection. So a one-of-one essentially is not something that has layered traits like majority of most collections, okay? A one-of-one is a pure, unique artwork piece that is drawn just for that one piece of artwork, if that makes sense. So I know that's a one-of-one, that's the Goblin King. I think maybe that's a Goblin Queen, a dragon, cool little unicorn here. I don't know if that's like a troll or just a big goblin, an elf. I love the elf and I love that dwarf there as well. Really cool, guys. I am a biased medieval fan generally, and we got like a wizard here as well. So and a little fly as well. So cool. Okay, so we go over here and it says it right here, guys. Fucking enter already. So we're going to click on that button there. And then we get the tune, it comes up, okay? You can turn the music off here, okay, which I think is pretty cool too. You can turn it back on, lovely little tune. We got the sort of the repainted Twitter here, link there in the Opensea. So really just creative. You can tell there's been some work that simply just has gone into this website. Nice little graphic here with Goblintown written here, sold out. 1 free gas plus gas mint per wallet. Okay, don't be greedy. That's how we got ourselves here. And interesting to see, we're reserving 1,000 goblins because we want to. Okay, so that could be for like maybe future giveaways, prizes, quests, mysteries, competitions, quests, whatever, guys. So, and this is what I absolutely just love about this project. On top of everything else, no roadmap, no Discord, no utility, the CCO, which we covered before about the copyright, and the contract, just in case you guys were wondering, wasn't actually written by goblins, guys. And if you do want a hashtag there, goblin follow goblin, if you're making any tweets and stuff, I think they'll appreciate that. Also, it's really cool here, guys, on the left, this is a smartphone here. Now, I'm not going to read through the whole conversation, but something that I just find really awesome about this as well is on all of their social medias and even in their Twitter spaces, right, this kind of language that they're using that you kind of have to decode. It's not too hard to decode, but it actually makes you kind of focus and zone in. So you actually consume what you're actually reading. I think from a psychology point of view, this is just absolutely magnificent, guys. So we'll just read a little bit here. What? I a ting. You what ting? What? Wait, I also a ting. What kind of ting are we? NFT ting, NFT. What NFT? Stand for something. What for? Maybe for never find troll poops. But who dis, guys? So the conversation just goes on and on and on and on all the way down to the bottom, guys, talking some just jibber jabber, some nonsense, but you can make it out. And what I think is really cool here as well, they drop this regular artwork, which I think is really cool as well. So this one's for like your Twitter. All right, if you want to actually bring up, if you want to put that on your Twitter, it's a nice bit of artwork there, which is free, which they give away. And if you keep scrolling down, it's like they say, okay, I'll make one for your desktop screen as well. I just think it's really cool, guys. It's really creative. What do you think? And now something that I also think is just absolutely hilarious. I saw this meme the other day sort of comparing the Goblintown NFT Twitter Spaces to sort of every other NFT project. Every other NFT project prepares for like several months beforehand and has maybe like 300 or 400 viewers. Goblintown NFT literally has no preparation by the sounds of things, has like maybe 2,000 to 3,000 viewers just like after literally, 6 or 7 days after launch. And all they're doing is just making this random nonsense noise in the Twitter Spaces. I was in there. I mean, I didn't really get anything from it aside from a good laugh. They were just taking the absolute piss, guys. But this is just the whole thing about this situation. It's a total piss take, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. And again, like I said, I think it's just what we really do need to see in this space. And for those of you that don't know as well, Goblintown can also be used to reference a bear market, which we are clearly in at the moment. Then if we talk about McGoblin Burger, okay, this is what's going on this week, which I kind of mentioned at the start. So one goblin, again, in this writing, this language here, guys, goblin language, one goblin equals one burger. Would you like fries are free? God, fries with that. Are you ready for McGoblin Burger? And if we actually go over to McGoblin Burger, it's its own kind of thing over here. The website is still through Goblintown NFT, but they do have their own Twitter, okay? Welcome to Goblin Burger, I take your order, okay? So here it is here, and they got some interesting stuff going on here with a little animation too. Alrighty guys, so just to finish off the video, we are going to check out the statistics on Opensea. So as you can see, 13.4K total volume in the last 10 days from launch, guys. They've been around for about 10 days, 13.4K. Just to give you some perspective on what the volume is on that one, guys, 13,400 Ethereum at today's price is just shy of 24.5 million US dollars. That is absolutely insane, guys. And they take 7.5% of that, okay, which is probably somewhere around 10,000 US dollars that they're hopefully going to reinvest and kind of continue growing this project for sort of the early to late investors after mint who didn't actually get in. And now if we also just take a look at the floor price, guys, 2.5 floor after 10 days for a zero cost mint. That is absolutely insane. I personally got in 2 goblins at around 2.2 Ethereum, okay, then I saw a drop overnight down to 1.3 and it shot right up from 1.3 to 3 and then back down to 2.5 today. So I think there's been a lot of sort of buying and selling, people getting in early, selling at 2, buying back in, or people buying at 2, waiting for the drop from 1.3 to 3, selling at 3, buying back in at maybe 2.5. Maybe this is going to be a bit of a floor price. I don't know. I personally think with all the drive momentum and the thin floor price at the moment, this is probably not going to drop down much lower than sort of 2 Ethereum in my personal opinion. We've got 4.5K owners on this one, and it is a 10K collection. And if we have a look at the activity, guys, there are some big sales going on here, okay? I actually saw one here just before, guys. 9.5 Ethereum 2 hours ago, $18,000. And I even think that someone paid in excess of $70,000 for one of the one-of-ones early on in the collection. But people are not, they got no qualms about getting rid of their fiat for this, guys. Their Ethereum, 4.69 ETH, 8K, just like that, 4 hours ago. Stuff is happening. Another one here, 12 ETH, guys, $22,000. And in terms of the collection, guys, here it is, here are a lot of the goblins on the floor. And as you can see, it's a pretty thin floor as we sort of head up towards that 3 Ethereum level. And if we just quickly look at how it sort of stacks up against other sort of NFTs on the 24-hour volume over here on Opensea, guys, it's been number 1 spot for kind of like maybe the last 2-3 days. Dropped down to number 4 at the moment, guys. You've got to have a bit of a cool off here, down 47.62% over the last 24 hours, but 157.39% up for the last 7 days. And one real massive positive that I would say, guys, is there are many copycats already for Goblintown.wtf, guys. Elftown.wtf, guys, 0.17. An obvious copycat over the last 24 hours. Look at this obscene volume. People thinking that they can pump that price up. I personally think that these kinds of copycat projects, they don't last, okay? Clearly that one's a copycat. It's a low quality website, which I've seen. There hasn't been a lot of work that's gone into it when we do compare it to Goblintown. Hasn't got the blue tick. And personally, I do think it's a bit of an insult to the project on one hand, but on the other hand, it's actually going to be a good bullish sign for Goblin, or that Goblintown NFT should actually keep pumping. Here as well, guys, we got Trolltown.wtf at 0.02. And another one here, bored Goblin Yacht Club.wtf, guys. What is this? All right, folks. So when we talk about negatives about NFT investing and this project in particular, look, honestly, in my opinion, there is no sort of specific negative about this project. And the reason why I say that is mainly based around the zero cost mint, okay? There was no expectations. Me as an investor paying 2.2 Ethereum for a Goblin a few days ago, that was my decision to buy that off someone on a secondary market, okay? So I don't have the right to have the expectation for Goblintown to deliver me any value whatsoever going forward. And I'm aware of that and I'm okay with that. I personally bought in because I can see that this trend is growing, and I can actually see and appreciate that the artwork is really good behind this project, okay? It's grotesque, it's disgusting, it's obviously artwork is subjective, okay? But I personally think it's quality, okay? I do think some quality has gone behind it. I think everything that they're doing, with their lack of roadmap and everything like that is really cool, and I understand that. So that's why I'm saying there's no specific negative about the project. When it comes to kind of investing in new projects though, guys, one of the biggest negatives is that NFTs are simply just the most speculative space in the cryptocurrency market. And if you're someone that's thinking about investing in this project, which is an NFT, in this kind of macroeconomic climate where markets are just continuing to tank, consolidate, everyone's saying we are literally in a global recession at the moment. If things continue to tank further, everything could literally just break down, NFTs included, considering they are the most sort of speculative asset. So, it is super high risk. I'm not going to pretend. This is high risk, extremely high risk. It's not like investing in Bitcoin. It's not like investing maybe in gold or silver or anything like that. You genuinely need to be prepared to literally roll the dice on this one. But the flip side is, if it pulls off, we could be looking at a 20 or 30 ETH, guys. But, there is a huge chance that, it just flops and, they just give up on the project. They stop doing stuff. People just forget about the artwork, or maybe a new project comes out similar to Goblintown that actually is at that same quality. So not a copycat collection, but someone doing something different. And the capital might flow out of Goblintown and into another project. So that can definitely happen, because out of all the NFT projects that come out, there are literally probably under 5 that I'm really believing in. Me personally, the ones that I've collected, I've really only got doodles, that have really done a good thing for me. But that one investment has literally just outweighed all the negative investments I've made and more in terms of profit. So it's not easy, it's high risk, but I do it from a place of passion. So guys, if you enjoy this kind of content, let me know in the comments. Like the video if you like Goblintown, if you like NFT, and turn the notification bells on if you want to see more NFT content on this channel. From wherever you're watching from in the world, have a great and blessed day, and I will catch you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed the deep dive. Cheers.